Good blessed night or evening to everybody. Tonight is Tuesday, November the 13th, 2018, the time being 5:30 p.m. I'd like to greet everybody with the universal greetings, with the greetings of peace and the blessings of God be upon you. When I say everybody, I'm speaking of all human beings, no matter what your political, philosophical, personal, or religious belief may be. No matter if you my enemy or my friends, no matter if you my family, no matter if you those that don't believe it, even atheists, it don't matter. I'm greeting all of you all with the universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God. It don't matter if you rich or poor, old or young, big or small. I greet you with the universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. Tonight, I'm coming to ask everybody that believe in a higher power. Let's pray for peace, world peace. Let's pray that all this black on black violence stop. All this violence around the world stop. And I want some of y'all to pray with me here in Charleston, Missouri. You see, because I'm a single father raising a 12 and a 13-year-old daughter and taking care of my 90-year-old World War II veteran dad, honorably discharged. If God allow him to see next week, Monday, he'll be 91 years old. For a while, here in Charleston, Missouri, especially right here on Vine Street where I live at, in the 600 block, it was peace for a long time. Right down here at the end, this is Vine Street, but right down there at the end where you can see the car lights, it's called Lee Street, Lee and Vine. It was possibly an individual possibly got shot right down there. That's where the police was last night at about 11:50 or 11:50, close to midnight on Monday, November the 12th, 2018. I came out of my house because my two daughters woke me up just a little bit before midnight on Monday, November the 12th, 2018, and told me, Poppy, they was on the floor. They said, Poppy, we heard some shots. And this is something that they used to hear a lot regularly, because in August of 2018, 15 or 2016, it was a shooting down here. It was a shootout at this end. This is Vine, and right up on the corner here is War House. All of this is in the 600 block. It was a shootout right there, and some of the people who was in the shootout, they was on my side of the bushes, and my house got shot up 5 times. And it frightened my daughter. It frightened my daughters. My dad has dementia, and he don't really know what's going on. So when I'm asleep, and before they wake me up, they make sure they get their grandpa down. And it shouldn't be like that. And the reason why I'm making a live and a YouTube video at the same time. My YouTube channel is Raymond, R-A-Y-M-O-N-D, Ivy, I-V-Y. If you haven't subscribed to it yet, subscribe to it. It's a positive YouTube channel. I'm a critic of wrong, period. No matter if it's black people or white people, Spanish, no matter who it is. But what I'm coming to today is the brothers and sisters in Charleston, Missouri. If those of you all that has beefs with each other, I can't tell you what to do. I'm not tough. I know I'm not from down here. But anybody know me, I got a heart that's full of gold. I got a soft heart to help people. I'm asking y'all to help me. If you have a gripe with somebody, can we get a ceasefire at least in the 600 block of Vine Street in Charleston, Missouri? The reason why I'm saying that, because you have all these preachers and these organizations, these preachers and these NAACP individuals talking about they working with reform gang members and reform drug dealers. But where are they at? They got these stop the violent programs where they get grant money. They got all these people at 700 Elm Street here in Charleston, Missouri, also known as Westside Williams Street, where they making all that money for grants. Susanna Wesley on Marshall Street in the 600 block. All these organizations and churches and preachers getting money for grants. What they said, they got a uniform coalition against violence in Charleston, Missouri. What was they at today? What was they at last night? Let me tell you where I was at. I was right down there on the battlefield where the police, the Charleston police, the Mississippi County Sheriff Department, and the Missouri State Highway Patrol was down there looking for shells. I give it to them. They were doing their job. But what about these leaders? That's why I'm just speaking up, asking y'all that if you got a gripe, can you go in another place? I wish you wouldn't do it at all. I wish these people that's getting all this grant money would build some type of gymnasium where y'all can box things out. Win some trophies, become a professional boxer. Or if you want to shoot, go into the military. People make me angry in this town for the 22 years I've been here. People been making me angry, but not angry enough to kill or hurt anybody. All I do is tell them, don't threaten me, don't come on my property, because I will take a life if you try to take mine. But you see, 22 years I've been down there, I ain't took a life. I don't want to take a life. I know what it is to have a life taken, and I know what it is to take a life. I'm asking for a ceasefire on the 600 block of Vine, because I want my children to be able to lay down and sleep, be able to play their games, do their work on their computers without having to wake me up on the floor like they in the military saying, Poppy, they shooting again. Now, I know everybody just about know me in Charleston. If y'all, some of the people that got gripes, can you hold it off at least until you pass the 600 block? I want to see my 12 and 13-year-old daughters live. I don't want to see them killed by an accident bullet. I don't want to see my 90-year-old dad going because somebody done shot at somebody and it came in my house and killed my daddy or my daughters. My daughters and them don't want to see me killed. I'm asking for a ceasefire on the 600 block of Vine, y'all. Can we have a ceasefire from Vine to from Warhouse and Vine, down here on the corner, Warhouse and Vine, to down on this corner? Come down the hill a little bit. From Warhouse and Vine to Lee and Vine Street. This is a 600 block. Can we have a ceasefire, y'all? I'm praying for it. You see, if these preachers and these people with these grant money, and especially this so-called uniform coalition against violence in Charleston, Missouri, which made up of law enforcement officials, which is made up of some of these preachers, which is made up with Lester Gillespie, people from Susanna Wesley Family Learning Center, people from these churches, people from these organizations that getting these grant money, but every time you have shooting, you don't see them. You know why you don't see them? Because the news reporter's not around. KFVS 12, they probably ain't gonna talk about that shooting. You know why? Because it's in this black community. I'm not speaking up for the black community. I'm speaking up for Vine Street in the 600 block. I wish and pray for peace all over, but I can't speak up for other people because they ain't speaking up for themselves. I'm asking y'all, all of my Facebook family and friends, help us pray that peace stay here, a ceasefire be here on Vine Street in the 600 block, at least until I move me and my daughters and my daddy away. It's good people in this town of all nationalities, but there's no leaders in this town. Don't let them fool you about these reformed gang members and drug dealers. Where they at? If they reform, why they ain't on these streets marching? Why they ain't doing what I'm doing? Standing up, putting your stuff on live, telling the people to stop this violence. Going on the scene, I'm giving the police that was out there from the Charleston, Missouri Police Department and the Mississippi County Sheriff Department and the Missouri State Highway Patrol, I'm giving them their props. I give more props that was out there last night for this shooting than I do any of these leaders and any of these people that call themselves reformed. Peace be still.